Guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle by Malik Jefferson. An 8-yard pickup. And a Raider 1st down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You better be afraid of me. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Running right, here's Sanders. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Raiders.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Running is Jacobs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Check 43. One.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Down. Johnny Woods. Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 37. Check 37. Here we go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, baby.
He was brought down at the 26.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 3, Chargers 0.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Jackson. This is caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54. I got wide. Switch. Check nickel. Shift.
This is Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the double. Mike's by four. Hey, tight. Alert three. Undercrunch. Check. Back.
Now it's Hines. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Watch the safety creep. Check three. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4, now 1st and 10 again.
Ready. 6 yards. 51 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber.
On first down, Hines takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 36. Rush in.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. You go right now. Go right now. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. 51.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Eluding Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I'd think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run. Shut up.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the Raiders' 34-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
51's the mic. Watch QB drop. Check 20. Boom.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. They find some open field here. 31 yards there and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Watch twitch.
Now Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They run with Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Jackson. Catch is made by Harry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What give? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well written. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson now. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw Mariota. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Johnson was the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Dancing to his... And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Marcus Mariota. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mariota to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for L.A. 66 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at his own 10. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now Bell, and running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Pull together. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I smell fear in it.
One last shot for Jackson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Get the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback.